It's important to reflect on your learnings regularly in order to develop yourself both personally and professionally, or so says.
My name's Claire Slade and I'm Head of Professional Advancement at Governance for the Hakim Group.
Claire believes that setting goals and reflecting on them at intervals really enables you to think about your career, where you want to go to, and more importantly, how you're going to get there.
I think it's really important that people take the time to think about their education and use all of the resources, all of the brilliant resources we've got across our industry to really move forward their education and think about how they can use those resources to really, improve the quality of the work that they do or really achieve their career ambitions. There's lots of things out there that you can do, and it's really quite important that you give yourself the time through reflective learning to think about those things and then give yourself some time and tools to work through that. But the important thing is then not to just leave that dangling, to really come back and revisit that, periodically schedule time in or a check-in with yourself to reflect on, right, what was my plan? What did I achieve? What didn't I achieve? And then plan for the next stages. So, reflection really it's a perpetual cycle of, having that time with yourself to look at what your ambitions and goals are. Like I said, whether they be clinically based or a business based, and to then continue that cycle to mean that you're sort of constantly moving forward.
So Claire, how do you go about doing this? What is step one?
First things is for people to sit down and really truly reflect on what it is that they want to achieve. The next thing is I always find it really useful to document this. I really like to write things down. It's something where I can go back to and say, look, this is the goals that I've set myself and this is when and how I'm going to achieve them.
How should you structure your goals?
So in terms of goals, one of the processes that I've used throughout my career is to make them SMART. And basically what that stands for is making your goals specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and timely.
How has it worked out for you?
Honestly, sometimes, goals slip and timescales, particularly for me, timescales slip. So I tend to be a little bit overambitious with what I want to achieve and how quickly I want to achieve it.
How rigid should you be with this?
As long as you're moving generally in the direction of achieving the ambitions and goals that you set yourself, I think that's the overall objective really of this sort of exercise.
What happens if you don't have enough time or you just have a period of being very busy?
I think you have to be quite protective of your education time, because that reflective time, it might feel quite selfish, when you sit down for a cup of coffee and think, right, what is it that I want to achieve over the next 6, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years? It can feel quite quite self-indulgent, but really, if you want to have a fulfilling career and get the best out of it and achieve things quickly and at a pace that you want to feel proud of, then it's really important that you sit and take that time.